Okay, here we go. Live from the Freeling Broadcast Studios in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Here is our hospitality webcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are very excited to have you on board. We figured, the show will not take place this weekend in Chicago, so we're taking the show to you. And we're very excited of having you all online. We broadcast from this photo studio, so we converted this through the help with Janelle and Ted and Suzanne and everybody into a webcast studio. I hope the sound quality and the picture quality is okay. Again, we are very excited to see that some of the hotels and restaurants are coming back alive and opening up patio seating, and I hear that some of the hotel chains and restaurant chains are doing some fantastic takeout business and so on. But without any further ado, I just wanted to show you a couple of our new products here. You're basically familiar with most of our things that we have for many years, and they're very successful. But we just wanted to show you a couple of new things that we can show in this limited space here. So here we go. First thing is our new line of tea kettles. We call it Ja, from Japanese style kettles. They're all made in a cast iron way, or traditional way, how they did this for many, many centuries in Japan. And they include a stainless steel infuser, all of them stainless steel in here. There's enamel inside and outside, and they're all hand painted, come in various looks, and we can suggest them to your customers, or you can suggest them to your customers, because they keep tea hot longer, and it's a nice way of doing tea presentations. So you will see this all in our new catalog. In addition, after this, I'm going to go over here to our detailed or close-up camera. We have our glassware from Germany. This is Leonardo, and Leonardo has these beautiful glasses. They're very inexpensive, so to speak. The Cheers line is manufactured in a one-piece construction, so no noodle rim edge here. So it's very elegant, beautifully designed, beautifully made. They're Tecton reinforced crystal. They're dishwasher safe, and they're only $10.40 a piece, list price. So, of course, the appropriate discounts will apply. In addition to that, we have a sub-brand from Leonardo, and Leonardo is one of the oldest and largest glass manufacturers in the world, a company called Glaskoch, and they have several sub-brands under this. And Montana is the low-end line, so to speak. And this is actually a three-piece construction, which makes it less expensive in the manufacturing process. They are all still reinforced and very durable dishwashers, and the cost is only $7.30. And we are talking French presses. French presses are moving up very nicely in popularity. And as you know, our French presses come in 5 different sizes, which is very unusual. Most companies, if they have a glass one or so on, they have maybe 1 or 2 sizes, but we have 5 sizes. The important thing is also that we have spare parts for everything. So in case the stewarding department is missing the knob, or they damage the lid, or they damage the filter or something, they don't have to buy a complete new French press. They can just order the spare parts from us. And as you know, the French press that we have is patented and has this patented mash from Italy, and the second mash here, and then there is another spring inside the coil, and in conjunction with all these components, it assures that there is no sediment in your cup, because the worst thing when you put the French press together and you put the coffee in there, and you should always use coarse coffee, put the water in it, stir it, put the lid on it, let it sit for like 4 minutes, then you push this down and you pour, and you will not have any mud or sediment in your cup, which is very important. In addition, as you see here, we have them in polished and in brushed, so 2 different looks in 5 sizes each. Okay. Now, in addition to all these wonderful things, you will see in your catalog that we have little logos that indicate that the product is engravable. And so we can, maybe Janelle can put on the logo screen, so you see that here. And we do that in-house, which is very important because we have a big laser that can do glass and the carafes and wooden cutting boards, and wherever you see the logo in the catalog, we can engrave logos or names or initials on the product itself. But the key thing is we can do that in-house, or we are doing this in-house. And the advantage is, number 1, very fast turnaround, and number 2, very small batches. So if you just order a 1 master pack, that's enough for us to set it up. There's a setup fee, but everything is very inexpensive or reasonable. And we found also that a lot of here I am. A lot of brides and grooms are using glassware with their logo on it, or with their initial on it, or the wedding date on it, and so they keep this as a giveaway. So the friends and families will be at the wedding, and at the end of the wedding, they will take their glassware home with the engraved date, and Susie and Jim got married or whatever. And so it's a nice additional income also for the caterer or for the banquet facility or the hotels or restaurants that will order the glassware for that particular occasion. Okay. You're familiar with the black cube. We have this now in several restaurant chains, and I just wanted to point out or reiterate that this is cookware that doesn't scratch from the stainless steel spatulas that sometimes the chef or the sous chef or anybody in the kitchen is using. So we will not destroy the surface. It's not perfect for eggs, even though if you put a little bit of butter or oil in it, because of the surface, the little indentation, it sticks a little bit without it, but you still can use eggs or omelets or sunny sides up in these pans, and we have a wok as well. And so this is doing very well. Now, in conjunction or in context of this terrible pandemic, we have several products that are perfect for the restaurants or coffee shops to use in this situation where they go back up and want to show their customers that everything is sanitized and everything is clean and so on. So one of the things for example, in the bar, when they sit at the bar counter, we have this snack dispenser. And the nice thing is you put the nuts or almonds or anything in here, and then you have this little top here with like 3 springs, and that locks on top of it. So the only way for the customer to get the nuts is they cannot grab in here, so they have to take it and do this. So it's a sanitized way, so to speak, to dispense nuts at a bar situation without grabbing into the snack foods because that would be not so nice. The teapots up here on the shelf, the Primo teapots, come in 3 sizes and again brushed or polished, and they all have a built-in strainer. There's also another strainer inside the pot itself, so you will assure that when you pour it, there will be no tea leaves coming out. And again, 3 sizes, brushed or finished. Over here on my left, you will see our servers, and you see the serve for the 3 sizes. NSF approved, plastic interior, so unbreakable. The inside is gray on purpose because coffee will stain anything. And so instead of making it look ugly after some use, we decided to make the inside gray so it looks clean and sanitary for a long time. And you will see also here on the spout, there is a little lip which prevents any kind of dripping because coffee has a different surface adhesion than water. And a lot of carafes are made in Far East, and they're made for tea because they drink mainly tea. And so what they do is they keep hot water in the carafe, and when they want to have a cup of tea, they will pour the hot water into the tea or tea bag and then have the tea. But if you take a carafe that was designed for water and you put coffee in there, you will have 2 effects. Number one, because of the different surface adhesion, the coffee will drip. And number 2, the aromatic oils and the colloids of the coffee will eat up the seal, the rubber seal on top, because water is not caustic, so it will not do that. But if you have a regular seal, and we have specially designed silicone seals that are completely unaffected by the acidity and the colloids of the coffee, so you will have years to come without any problems. Comes in 3 sizes, and I also wanted to mention, like when you put this in the dishwasher, you see the bottom is concave, so you will not have any puddles of water sitting on top of it. And so it's also for the stewarding department and for the people behind the scenes important. And we thought of those little things, different styles, different looks. This is a pretty neat carafe, which is the smallest or flattest carafe in the world. This is great for hospitals, for room service, because of the small construction or less height. You can put this into a racking system. When they do the mise en place, they can put the carafes already on the tray, put it in the gastronome rack, where if you have a big carafe, that wouldn't work. So here we have these smaller carafes. They come in 3 sizes. And so this is something else that is of interest. Now, especially now with this Corona stuff, and we hope this is going away hopefully soon, and it's starting already. We fear that a lot of coffee shops and buffets, the breakfast buffet will probably go away the way we know it, but we will still have coffee service, and people will go and have their cup of coffee, and they don't want to mess with these carafes or the little creamers or so on. And the new thing is for the milk chiller is that in this Corona pandemic situation, we wanted to make sure that all the stores and coffee shops and hotels and restaurants can serve milk in a more sanitary way. Most of you are familiar with the unit, how it works. We have also now custom wraps. We just did this here for Staybridge. it comes with soy, half and half, whole milk, and fat-free labels or wraps. And so in addition, we improved on the design and the display for the milk, because some people were complaining that the lettering was too small, so we have a bigger display here. So the customer will go into the kitchen and have this refillable container with milk, and you see the stainless steel pipe inside, and you will slide this into the machine, and as you see, it's not going in straight, it goes into an angle, which means this way we can assure that the last drop of milk will be picked up on the bottom of the container. You're then connecting the air hose to the stopper here on top, and then you have this little disposable plastic tube which you will insert here into the plug, and that way when you push the button, the air will go into the container and forces the milk out of this tube. The other thing is, when the dispensing has finished, the remaining milk in the tube will be sucked back into the container and refrigerated. Milk prices. And we have several new acrylic bodies. They're brushed, polished and brushed, finished tops. They have all ceramic grinding mechanisms, and the Küchenprofi mills have a 20-year warranty on the grinder. In addition, we have the olive wood, and I mean, they're so pretty, you have to see them in person to really appreciate how beautiful they are. This is Küchenprofi. This is Küchenprofi. This is Sassenhaus, which is one of the oldest, I think even the oldest mill manufacturer in the world. I mean, there are several other companies, but we're doing this now for 125 years. And so this is really beautifully done. The grinding mechanisms have, in the Sassenhaus version, a little dial, and you can set the coarseness of the pepper or the salt, and it will not be affected by the piece on top. So even if this gets loose, you will always have the same amount and the same grind coming out on the pepper mill. Okay, then we have some new orange presses or citrus presses. These are the new colors for, this is the cool gray, or cool gray. And then the other one, in addition to all the other colors we have, is the cream. And as you know, they all have suction cups, and so they will adhere very nicely to the countertop. I think this is basically it, what we have so far. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. We will do some products demonstrations from our test kitchen in the future. And as you see on the screen, we just were awarded the Best Customer Service Award for 2019. And I'm extremely happy for our team. Here you see the whole bunch. And we are always on the forefront to make everybody happy, not only you and your dealers and your customers. And here was the Freeling Distribution Center. And again, we are in full operation. We're having an A and a B crew in the office, so we're alternating. So we don't have too many people in the office at the same time. And in the warehouse, we practice, all over, we're practicing social distancing. We are working with masks. We separated the workstations in the warehouse. Everybody has their own equipment and their own machines, so there will be no cross-contamination. And we have a special zone for UPS, FedEx, and so on to pick up all the parcels, so we will not have any contact to the outside world. We keep this very under lock and key. And again, keep in mind we have all the Zeltmann porcelain and all the other things in stock, and we are ready to ship. So you just send us the order, we will take care of it. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. It was a pleasure of meeting with you this way. Next time, hopefully we can meet in person again. And I'm signing off, and you have a good afternoon. Thank you very much. And